Here's a Merry Christmas. May a merry heart accompany its hours. Be this Christmas fair and bright, with all that makes a young heart light. I'm seeing the Emperor is the divine masculine. Somebody that feels very confident, whether it's you or another person. There's a strong confidence here, and there's a kindness and a warmth. That feeling of feeling secure with somebody. The Six of Cups is reciprocity. The feeling is mutual. It's like saying, I feel the same way for you. The Hierophant is full of beautiful traditions for this Christmas Eve. The Seven of Pentacles represents how time goes by so fast, and how children grow up so quickly, and even pets that were once tiny kittens now look almost full grown. The Ace of Wands is an excitement. It's a ready to begin. It's ready to face the day or the night with joy and excitement. The Page of Pentacles faces these new day or new evening with a message or carol or singing or a kind of wonder, a mystery, an excitement, an air of magic. Magical night. So I'm here again for those of you who weren't able to, that I wasn't able to get to yesterday. But if nobody comes, then I just wish you a Merry Christmas, and may see you on Friday, possibly, but definitely in the new year. Hey Dominique, there you are. I was waiting for you. So you got this little pre-charm reading of the cards, and it was very sweet. Very magical feeling. So we're doing the quadrant reading, right? That's what you wanted to do tonight? Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. I think also, I'm hoping that Giggles comes by, because she's been wanting to get a reading. And that'll be good for me. You and Giggles. And then I'll sing some songs, cook my food, sing some songs. My usual Christmas Eve. Oh, I love the Six of Cups as well. That nostalgic feeling too. Nostalgia with the Six of Cups and traditions with the Hierophant. Go back over there because there's a nice big hole right there. Okay, baby Jesus in there. Okay, there, that's good. Alrighty, so let's get busy. You got me nice and fresh and awake. I watched an interesting movie. gonna spray a little bit more. Clear my thoughts. Here we go. Okay, big handful. There we go. Oh, you got something on the border right here. We'll give it to the beginning. You know what I love is that you got this in the very first quadrant, January, February, March. This begins your year, and it is the wheel of the year, which represents to me, it's kind of like saying, I present you this year that's going to be amazing. Everything that happens this year is going to be in your favor. All cycles are going to be going in your way, in a way that is beneficial to you and fortunate to you. And also there's a bit of like a fortune teller energy in you, so whoever you work with, if it's me or anybody else, it'll be like working in tandem, and also you with spirit and your guides. So working together. All right, you have Sven, the little, the very stubborn little reindeer. Now, stubbornness sometimes is considered not such a good thing, but I feel like being fixed in something can be very helpful. Being fixed and determined and not wavering, especially when it comes to pledging loyalty to yourself, to another person, to a positive habit or something like that. So that could be really good for your New Year's resolution or anything that any kind of intention you're setting. You're having a lot of resolve and you're going to be sticking to it. You got song here. We have the key to the lockbox that opens up the money. We have a little shuttle. My shuttle earring. It's like, ooh, reaching new, like outer space, the stratosphere. Oops. It's going to new heights. It's better than an airplane. But you also have the cellar, which is like having like the root. The root is feeling very sturdy and strong and stable, and it's like you lack for nothing. You have plenty in store. You have show. There's New York. And the Pegasus. See, another flying high. And this beautiful little fairy who she's kind of like the magician fairy, and she's got all the tools that she needs. You also have strong family connections here, and it feels like manifesting. So really starting off the year strong, manifesting your desires and your dreams. This heart is also kind of feels very steady and strong. It's like rock solid, a rock solid heart. Okay, let's look at the next quadrant. We have this big key that opens big doors, big opportunities. We have this one is what I used to call my twin flame pendant before I got some other ones that I called, but this one is this is more like lovers, the lovers card, because in between the two flowers there's like this little crystal, and in the lovers card in between the lovers is an angel. So it's like a match, a connection with somebody with the divine help of the angels. And that interesting, this is the box of angels. So you're getting a lot of angelic help and protection in your love life. So now I don't remember if you're where you are in your journey, if you're already connected with somebody, but wherever you are, you're getting some extra help. Ooh, this feels like wedding bells even, or church bells, or just like having a nice reminder of something, some kind of happy alert, like a little announcement. Or just, I don't know if you ever heard like bells in a city or church. I remember the first time I remember bells in Germany. I was born in Germany, and they played Ode to Joy on the bells. Dun 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 dun. It was so pretty. Yeah, so I remember that from when I was 4 years old. We have this beautiful little fairy. She's here helping you, telling you, giving you messages. Pentacles times 1,000 with these diamond clusters. So April, May, June is a great time for receiving abundance. And we have the Virgin of Guadalupe, Mary, Mother Love, Precious, follow, preciously, and I am precious, and feel and live and make and special and forever. Make and learn. Hey, Divine Goddess. Little less stubborn, more determined. That sounds good. And so what I see, what is really pretty is like this little fairy. It's almost like flying into your next year and hitching up with the moon. It's a little more like an angel than a fairy, but this is giving me like subconscious energy, messages in your dreams and in your meditations. We have the little the deer wobbly on its feet, but can get up and go really fast. We have the frog, so good luck. We have the cross, which is faith and prayers answered. Yeah, those flowers. And yeah, and then we have music and a weight. The weight can be like working out, physically, but it could also mean, symbolically, things working out. You've got music that, I think music can be one of those things that you lean on for help in meditation, in just sort of in your soul, but for lots of things, could even represent things having to do with work or career or anything else, or messages from, or music for messages from a loved person, person who loves you. So, but music is important. I always find it is very important. We have this 3D. This one is kind of precious to me because my son made it in school. He printed it on a 3D printer. So it's like, this doesn't want to focus because it wants to focus on. Yeah, and it's like little, so it's just a drawing with little teeth marks and biting into, even has sprinkles on top. One of these days I'm going to paint this and paint the top with little pink sprinkles or something like that. But anyway, I used to call this the tangible symbol. I used to call this the 5D coming into the 3D, as far as twin flames are concerned. Like you're going to be able to taste them, instead of just being in an ethereal sense, you're going to actually feel them. But now I just feel like it can be anything tangible, created, something, a creation. All right, and so there we go. And now let's look in July, August, and September. We have the Kundalini snake. So this snake is like a ripple effect up your spine. When you balance all of your chakra points from the root to the crown, you get this. There's a beautiful practice you can do. In fact, I should do that tonight, actually. But it's a meditation, and it will help you align your spine and help align that energy too. And it's good to have all your chakras in alignment. Makes you feel good. It's good for your health. Ooh, you got a ring here. Could represent a promise, or it could just be could be symbolic because of the S, or could represent cycles because of the circle. But it could even be an engagement. You have the world, so connected to the world, maybe through the internet or other ways, some kind of connection. Could have to do with work. It could have to do with travel, even if it's through books and things like that, staying connected to the world. And then you have this top hat, bowler cap, which makes me think of a masculine coming into your life that you've known in a past life. And a cycle happening here, a love cycle. See, it says love, love, love all the way around. And I feel like maybe something coming full circle, or maybe you're in charge, or maybe something is being resolved, or maybe there's some good fortune in your love life. And then we have your shoes stepping out, enjoying getting all dolled up and pretty. You also have camera. So the camera could be you traveling and taking pictures, or it could be having to do with selfies and the internet and things like that. And you have smile, made with a smile. Yeah. Domini, if you want, email me and I can send you a link. I could, I don't know if I can do that tonight. No, I can't really do it while I'm live, but if you email me, I can send you a recommendation one that I really like. All right, and then you've got an airplane. It's a little plane, so it could be short trips here and there, little visits. It also kind of gives me sort of like independent energy, like, treating yourself, doing something just for yourself. And then we have the bus, the school bus. So the school bus can mean a couple of things. One could be like representing groups, like traveling with groups of people. It could be like a casino tour bus. It doesn't have to have anything to do with school necessarily. For me, it represents a job that I used to have that I transitioned out of. So because I was a school bus driver, so it could mean a change in career for you as well, if that resonates. But we also have the peace pipe, smoking the peace pipe, and the Hopi Indians smoked a pipe in order to bring rain. And statistically, they've been like pretty much 100% it works. Every time they smoke the pipe, it brings rain. So it's a way of manifesting. And this kind of symbolizes to me that it's going to 100% work, whatever you do to bring something in. All right, and then we have a little birdie on a swing, just kind of like this is like happy communications, like all your dealings with people. I feel like are going to be very happy. The communication's flowing nicely, or swinging nicely. Yeah, I feel like you've got a couple of strong chances to find love right off the bat at the beginning of the year for sure, and then if you don't find it then, or if nothing develops, then another strong chance in July, August, and September. But also over here we got twin flame, and we have the wedding bells. So it could be that you meet somebody and it starts to get even more serious, and then it just keeps growing, and maybe you're traveling right here, or this is where you get married and then you have your honeymoon. All right, so let's see what October, November, December says. You got this big old coin, and the coin says, the coin is the things told. Oh no, the wings. Okay, this is the one that came out last night. The wings fold in. I gift my desire to future moment. And the other side has something to do with structure gives way to freedom. The path forward appears. So the the side that that it lands on is the message for you, and it's this folded in wings message. So it's like It's not time to be like the Pegasus. You did that at the beginning of the year, but by the end of the year, I feel like it's more hermit time, or hibernation is the word I was really looking for. Hibernation time. So cozying up. But there still looks like parties here, celebration and destiny, with the drinking and the awards, getting an award of some kind. And also, look at that. That's a lot of dancing. But I guess it's more in town kind of things instead of traveling. And also, I feel like when you get rewarded or awards, oh, there you go, you get the world again. So you may be traveling. So maybe the message is instead that when the wings fold in, it's like you being having humility when you are presented awards or whatever. Instead of being boastful and like peacocking and opening up your plume, you keep your wings down as a kind of in a respectful way of saying thank you for the reward, and not bragging about it. I mean, you can, to me, I think if you got it, flaunt it, but you may just like to fold those wings in and just enjoy, bask in the light, and not overdo it. All right. So let's see oh, you got your special message looks good. You got Lieutenant Dustin Matea. So I feel like a masculine is highlighted in 2026, and he's going to be bold and brave and sure and authoritative, kind of like a knight in shining armor type. You can see, what kind of character he is in Frozen #2, the animated movie. And yeah, he's basically a really good guy. He's right there, always supporting people. So you got 22. You've got the rider, which represents an announcement, something exciting that you're going to be announcing in 2026. You have Libra, charming. Oh, maybe your person's charming. You have the bicycle, which could represent exercise, but also could represent you keeping a very open-minded points of view, like noticing that sometimes timing is fast and sometimes it seems slow, but it's all in a perspective, right? This person coming through could be a dad, or it could represent that they've got your back. This is like that. I don't know if you watch any of my 10-minute readings that I've done, but this is like the carry me energy. This is like the masculine saying, "Hey, I got you. I'm going to take care of you for a change. I'm going to help you for a change. You've been doing a lot on your own. It's my turn to help you." And then we have the sewing machine represents creativity and work. We have the ghosts. Boo, oh, that could be a nickname. And it could have something to, like, Halloween could especially be good part of the year for you. You have special and also forever. You have another symbol that some people have referred to as a twin flame message, which is, or symbol, is the two eggs in the twice yolked, two eggs in the same container. No, Chris, this isn't Christoph. This is Lieutenant Dustin Mateus. Christoph is also a very nice choice as well. Okay, so check out the one that says, I think in the title it says, carry something about carry me home or something like that. That might be applied to you, like something that's going to happen this year for you in 2026. So we've got this little strange character. I see this guy as tattoos. Somebody who has yeah, something on their skin, specifically like the tattoos. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know why. And then, oh, look, so you're going to get your witchy self on. And also, it could represent, again, Halloween, or that time period in October could be really pronounced. You have really great communication all year long. I feel like also keeping communication, high and active is a message from spirit. Like this is your strength, is your ability communicate well. And the moon is also tapping into your subconscious and your dreams. So that's another strength you have. You got a lot of messages. You've got love, okay? And you've got like balance, a balance in your life, you know, a balance of give and take. But I also see especially a balance in love, a reciprocity. And you have corn, so that means plenty of abundance and food and money. And the pig is happiness and optimism and cheeriness. And then you have the fleur de lis, um, representing something French. Also, the fleur de lis was designed after the iris, the flower, the iris. I know I don't have a real specific meaning for the fleur de lis, but it's a strong symbol. I think it's a symbol of courage. It's also the symbol of like uh, like the Trinity, the three in one kind of thing. So yeah, and then yet another kind of symbol of um, of the yin and the yang, and making a heart match, somebody who's similar to you but different, you know, and the two of you match really nicely together. All right, and just for funsies, I'm going to give you some letters too. All right. And I'm going to see if I have an A, an O, and an I, and a U, and an E, E. Yep, I have all of them. Oh, it looks like you have Houston here. Let's see if we do. I don't know if you have any T's. I don't know why that matters to me. Oh, you have maybe house. You have house. You have a moon, I think, too. People are shooting fireworks for Christmas Eve. If we have any ends. Maybe not. We have a moose. Do we have love? Yes, we have love. And let's see. You have a dog. You have God here as well. Dog and God. And my oh, you have duo. Dynamic duo. You have like mystic if there was in a T. Hey, do you have like a Daniel? I like that name. Though my nephew's named Daniel, so I have to find somebody that does not have a name in my family already. Not that that's like a deal breaker or anything, but it would be nice. Daniel, nice. Daniel loves you. Go, Daniel. Oh, you got, I think you got some hugs here. You've got hope too. You've got class. could be, like some kind of training thing. You have Macy's. You have New York again, the NYC. You have NYC. NYC, what is it about you? Music. Oh, I like music. Sun and moon. Perfect. Music, though, isn't that important? It is so important. You have a geek. No, it's only a geck. There's no two E's. You have yes. So if you were thinking of a question, the answer is yes. But you also have no. Yes and no. You have silk. Oh, you have a skill. Also, clean or cleanse. I think you have cleanse even. You have Kim. Dance class. Oh, dance class. Yes. Skydive. Do you want to go skydiving? And lean. Well, you can screenshot that and keep playing with it. Think of all the words that, write them all down and maybe can form sentences that are messages from spirit. Skydiving, I've thought of that too. I don't know now if I could do it anymore. Like maybe my heart wouldn't be good for skydiving, but my blood pressure or something like that. But I always wanted to. I really did. Ooh, I think you have a kiss. Kisses coming through. You might even have some sex coming in. Did they have any X's? No, just Z's. Says. But hugs too. Kisses and hugs. Kisses and hugs are nice. We don't want kills though. We have a clock though. Hug and kiss. And clock. We have bliss. We have pack. Maybe you'll be packing for something for a little vacay. Well, all right. I think I'm done now. I could go on forever. I love doing the letters. Say, say what you want, but don't play games with my affection. You. Yay! Good. Was my finger in the way? I'm sorry. There. I have place. Yay! I'm glad you loved it. Thank you so much for being here and spending time. Okay. Well, I'll be here for a couple of more minutes to see if Giggle shows up, but if not, I'm gonna go ahead and go. So I'll just wait a couple of minutes. While I'm waiting, I'll just pull some fairy cards, fairy tarot. Hey Craig, you're back. Merry Christmas. You too, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. The King of Winter is here. Oh look, it's Santa Claus. Knowledge, experience, fair-minded, unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. So this is like the advice person. Important, maybe for some of you. Oh, I got lovers. True love that is long-lasting. Choices made from the heart. A return to good health. And we have Eight of Spring. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking. Sudden events or changes. Oh, this is like fireworks tonight. This is my fireworks card. I use that for a lot for New Year's Eve. And we have the Ace of Spring. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. And we have Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs. An exceptional talent for multitasking. There's two multitasking cards coming out. Somebody's a good multitasker in this collective. Nothing wrong with that. I've gotten to the point where I have a lot of like devices going on at the same time. So I like to draw, listen to music, or draw and watch TV, or not really watch TV, but just like have TV playing in the background. So I like kind of having multiple things at the same time going on. Yeah. I'm seeing fairy lights flickering around me. The fairies say hello. They like, oh, our favorite deck. Ooh, we've got rainbows coming out. Seven of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. The World. That's a good one. A brilliant success, the freedom to go into any direction, a journey that is now complete. Yay! The Dreamer. It's like the beginning and the end. The Dreamer and the World. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. But also, when you complete a journey, then you start another one. There's a really, really interesting, I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I stumbled upon this lady analyzing Disney movies. And she was talking about actually the role of the divine masculine in the Disney movies, and how Cinderella's prince doesn't really have much going on for him. And except the live action movies try to give the masculines more purpose, right? A more part of the story. But in the animated version of Rapunzel, Tangled, now Flynn has a really interesting character, and he really helps Rapunzel find her goal. And her goal was to find the meaning behind the lights that she would see every night as a little girl. And she found it, she discovered it. And then she looks at Flynn and she's like, now what do I do? And then Flynn says, then you create a new goal and you do a new thing and a new adventure. And so then it turned into a series, and it turned into a series of the two of them going on adventures together. So I think that's, to me, that's kind of ideal, like an ideal situation when it comes to like your life path and growth and finding love. And then you just keep doing more fun things along the way, and you give yourself a new challenge to complete or whatever. So I think that's fun. And then finally, we have the Princess of Summer. Gentle, sensitive, kind, and experienced. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitation to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Very nice. Sure. You got a question, Craig? You can ask away, and then after you, I think I'll probably close down. I was waiting for Giggles to see if she was going to show up. She popped by yesterday, but we were pretty full. What's your question? You don't have to send any money if you don't want to. Well, thank you. I think I'm gonna. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna cook tonight or cook in the morning, but I better cook tonight so I don't try to do everything in the morning before I leave. I don't even know what to wear tomorrow. It's so hot here. I was just gonna go buy a t-shirt because it's so too hot to wear any sweaters or even a long sleeve shirt. Good night, Dominique. Thank you for coming by. Have a beautiful Christmas. Okay, yes, send that email. And then Craig is asking, What are Roshero's next actions towards me, if any? The last time we spoke, she was adamant that it was over. It was over between us. Then she blocked me. What should I expect? Okay. So I know you were skeptical last night, and I just was reading the cards as they were. I sometimes our higher selves speak differently than our ego selves. So if it seems confusing, it could be that her real feelings are maybe different from how she's behaving, right? How it's portrayed in her ego self. But let's see what to expect. You can ask, how will she behave? Yeah, like you said, what will her actions be? How will she behave? What do you, yeah. It's a combination of both. So what I do, Craig, is like, it just depends on the deck. You know what? I'm going to use a different deck for your question. But I use a combination of the art. So tarot reading is the art of reading a tarot deck. So I'm a tarot reader. So you read the images of the tarot. So let me give you something for example. Let me see. Okay, I know the best one. So this is the one I started with anyway. The Shadowscapes Tarot. So the images are quite beautiful and they have stories, you know. There's a lot to them. You can study them for a long time. And similarly to scrying in a crystal ball, if I study the message, study the image, a message will come to me. But I also look at what the author writes, you know, because the author's words also have impact. And as I'm reading the author, I'm also getting channeled messages as well. So I also have a sense of, I have all the clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, and my clairs are kind of are kind of unpredictable. I don't know which one will pop up and when and how, and so that's kind of why I lean on the tarot to help translate to the audience, to you people, you know, what's going on with me when I can't speak clearly or have the clearest of visions. The tarot aids in making, you know, bridging that gap. All right. So let's see what her, I don't know if this is the right deck for that, but we'll do that. We'll do it. What will her next actions be? I could just use, you know what I should just use is a Rider-Waite-Smith. That's like the basic. But I like this one because of the images and the book. You know, there's certain decks that are both very rich in imagery and in words. Like, let's try this one. This is kind of a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, and it's really well written too. The Baroque Tarot. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. It's really pretty. And sometimes your deck choice can be a big part of the messages that come in. I like to use these pretty fancy ones for special occasions like Christmas. The world is here. This is about completion. It's also, you know, it's the card of where the feminine strikes a pose. It's similar to kind of a dance pose. And it shows all the 4 fixed signs: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. So there's a strong fixed energy here. There is a stubbornness, you know, there is this feeling, a sense of coming full circle. There's a sense of like a closure, like maybe if you're not convinced yet that the two of you are done, maybe she still feels like she needs to find some closure with you. So she may revisit it if she needs some closure. Especially if you make a kind of offering, but I know that you mentioned that you know, try to start things with her, and you try to, and she takes it as game playing, you know, like she's only behaving a certain way in order to get you to react a certain way. But you know, that's like your wounded ego looking at it from that kind of perspective. Maybe if you dive a little deeper, you'll be able to see more to the story. But I feel like she's not going to do anything, or I feel like there's a part of her that wants to really clarify things with you, or clear the air somehow. And there's a masculine here making the offer, but it could be her making the offer. Like in your relationship with her, you could be the feminine and she could be the masculine, because most of the time people who come to this channel who do tarot readings and stuff, they're usually the feminine aspect of a relationship. And the masculines usually are the ones that live in the real world and you know, do the mundane tasks and making the money, and they're more of the traditional types. The feminines are sometimes more open to spiritual possibilities and answers to things. And so if you're here as a man, but you may be in the stronger in a feminine energy, she could be more in a masculine energy. And if that's true, then she could be making the offer, some kind of gesture towards you. All right, so like, what you're saying? Gosh. She blocked me on 3 different communication platforms. I'm not reaching out anymore. It was a situationship, to give you more context. Okay. And you have the Hanged Man. All right, so the Hanged Man represents Pisces. It represents sacrifice. It represents a period of time, like waiting. But it also represents an enlightenment. The blood is rushing to this guy's head, and the light is going to his head, where he realizes, aha, it's like, I see finally. And it's a change of perspective that makes him see something that he hadn't seen before. So again, something having to do with your perspective could help in this situation. So Craig, I was thinking about you last night a little bit. I was like, if you want her so bad, why is there trouble in reaching her? Why are you saying I'm not reaching out anymore if you want her? You know what I mean? That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you want her? Do you love her? Or do you want to win a game? Do you want to win at something? Is this more of a she's wrong, I'm right, I win, and then that makes you satisfied? Or do you want to win her? And in order to win her, you might have to make some kind of sacrifices. You might have to change your perspective. You might have to reach out to her. Again, you might have to take some kind of class or course or seek some therapy or something, or show some effort. Like, why has she broken up with you? Do you think about that? Do you think of the why of that? And it's not like there's any, like, I'm not trying to blame you for anything. I don't know the whole story, but what I do know is it takes two, and two people make decisions. And I feel like I understand if you're angry with her, but being angry with her is not going to help her to come back. So, what do you think you need to do to keep her keep her from walking away? That's really kind of more the question. It's like, what is your road? What is your path? What do you need to do for yourself? Are you okay without her? Can you be whole and content? Are you trying to control the situation, or should you just focus on yourself? The best way to be like, do you want her to come towards you, is by being a magnet. The best way to be a magnet is be irresistible, like be an amazing person that she can't resist. So you don't have to chase her. Actually chasing her, like you said, it's probably right not reaching out, but you don't have to chase her. You have to do something in order to magnetize her to you. Okay, well, good then. Maybe you should let go and see what happens. Ooh, we got the Ace of Cups. Oh, but we have the broken heart, the Three of Swords. All right, so you should not reach out to her. That's a good move. Don't reach out to her. You have done all the reaching out that you need to do. In this case, there's another philosophy that's out there. I like to see it masculine, feminine, but this little couple calls people runner chasers, in their dynamic of love sometimes is broken down runner chaser. And obviously you've been more the chaser and she's more the runner. So in a runner chaser relationship, the best thing for the chaser to do is not chase, right? So that's correct. But it is going to be very hard for you to, I feel like it's going to be very hard to let go, but I think it might be the best thing to do in this case. And what is she going to do? She's not going to chase you either. Not initially. Wow, look at all of this. This is the cups, the offering the cups, and the refusing the cup. Now this almost looks like her. This right now, these three cards look like she's gonna offer you send you a gesture, like, offer something to you, her hand out to you, and you're gonna break her heart. And you're going to refuse it. I really do feel like the psychic that you talked to is right about a game that y'all are playing. And I feel like what's best for both of y'all is to stop playing the game. And I think she's more interested in not, it's not about not being with you, it's about not playing a game anymore. She doesn't want to play a game anymore. It's not about, it's not about the person that is you. It's about the game that is the relationship or situationship. She doesn't want a situationship that's a game. She wants something more. And so she's creating a block to the game, but not to you. So it's not about you as a person. But then again, it's like y'all have trouble staying away from each other. And I think there'll be again another rapid energy movement and communication. And this looks like, oh, you're changing the tides here. If you completely stop chasing her, I think she's going to turn around and chase you. She's going to get desperate, like, why does he want to talk to me? Why is he interested? He broke my heart, and that's not right. And I got to, so you're going to change roles. Like, you're wondering, is she going to is she going to contact me? Blah, 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 whatever. You stop it, and then she goes through what you're going through. That's what I'm seeing. She's going to go through what you're going through right now. But as soon as you stop contact completely with her and stop the game, stop reaching out, stop everything, energetically in your mind, send her love, like your higher self loves her. I feel like there's a lot of people out there, when I do like a reading like this, like the lovers will come out or the two of cups will come out or whatever. But I think sometimes that represents your higher selves. Your higher selves are really happily connected in the 5D, but it's like your 3D selves don't even know what to do, don't know how to play this out. And it's almost okay. And to me, this is how I see things. I see the 3D is like when you meet people in the physical world and you date and go out and things like that. But I think there's a lower level, the 2D. And I think a situationship is a 2D. And 2Ds are full of miscommunications and illusions and lies and difficulties that it's really hard to understand how any relationship, any situation, or any connection that's 5D can be interpreted in a 2D situationship that's just games and, not even a physical relationship. At least in a physical relationship, you can have body talk, body contact, but body language is real important to relationships. In the verbal and body language. But when you're in a 2D situationship where you're not really connected, it's ethereal, similar to the 5D, but without the spirituality, and it's all ego. It's all and like there's a lot of dislike because of it. Like in the 2D, it's like it's toxic and not pretty, and it's yeah, it doesn't feel satisfying in the least. And so I think that could be why she's like, yes, I don't really want this kind of relationship anymore, situationship. So how's it all what's going to happen? Are you going to ever live happily ever after? Are you ever going to have a happy ending? Any kind of positivity in the future for you two? Well, it looks like more deception, and there's this humongous journey you're going on, lots of trial and error and tests along the way, and going going within yourself and learning about who you are, and then you're coming out the King of Cups. So you're going through a beautiful growth, and you're going to turn into the King of Cups, high level love energy, that, you know, a self-love energy that you didn't know that you had. But you have to kind of go through a dark journey, soul of, what is it, a journey, an ego deconstruction, a dark night of the soul kind of thing before you can get there. I think that's what's happening right now. Maybe that's why these kind of game situationships happen, because they help tap you into your dark night of the soul faster. They tap into your shadows work a little bit quicker. So yeah, I'm sorry that there's no like immediate. This feels like possible twin flame connection that it takes a long time for some people, especially, yeah. And but it is a beautiful period of growth and learning about yourself. So I feel like if you want contentment and a nice cozy relationship, then seek out a person that you can be in the tangible world with and have things in common with. I don't see the action. Oh, okay. I see big picture. You guys are changing positions. Initially, right now, like in the next day, week or so, she's kind of being stubborn, thinking that you're going to reach out to her. I think she feels like you're going to reach out to her. But when you stop, see, depends on what you do. If you stop reaching out to her, then she's going to flip the script, and then you're the chaser, and then you're the chaser, she's the runner, but then she's going to flip it, and she's going to be the chaser and you're going to be the runner, until you go hermit mode and become the King of Cups. That's your final outcome card is the King of Cups. This is you, and it's a good news. It's like you're coming into your true self. But there's a bit of up and down in the journey. So I'm saying immediately she's sort of fixed in her bubble right now. What you do will depend a lot what she does. If you don't do anything, then you could flip and she become the chaser. Timeline. You've been in hermit mode since 3 weeks. You haven't done anything towards her in 3 weeks. Let's see, timeline. Okay, well, that's a long time. All right, let's see. How long, let's find out, how long is she going to be stubborn in this energy? February. Till about February, but she's still, you have a silver thread between you. Y'all are always connected. All right. How long until she becomes the chaser? When will she become the chaser? I was seeing, Yeah, energies don't change. There's like multiple lines going all at the same time. And the one that I was picking up on was that she was going to reach out to you. I could feel her. Like I still feel her like wanting to reach out to you. But I feel like something happened that she became more resolved. Like she's like, I'm feeling like this cycle is closed. I'm closing this cycle. But and there's this stubborn energy here. I'm closing this cycle, and people change their mind. Like women's prerogative to change their mind. Women and men, we're sometimes all it takes is a talk with a good friend, and like you can like say she talked to a friend and said, "Yeah, I feel like I need to reach out to Craig so I can feel closure in our relationship." And then her friend like, "Are you crazy? You don't need to do that. You need to just not talk to him at all." And then she's like, "Oh, well, all right, I guess you're right." As simple as that can change the course of the energy. The Tower and the 19th. So the 19th of January, she could be changing her direction and reaching out to her. She might break down. But it's not that far away. And anyway, it was the writer, and the writer I said a week to a month. Okay, the writer represents one, so a week or a month, and that could be January, and then we also have February. And energies, like the magnet of an energy pushes and pulls depending on how you manifest. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, I don't want her, stay away from me, she's no good in my life, then she's gonna stay away because you're thinking that. If you're sending a prayer to God saying, you know what, I really love her, I wish you would come into my life, please make this happen, then you're pulling her in faster. So much depends on your mindset, your energy, her mindset, her energy. There's so many factors out there. You always think positive, really? I'm getting such a, like, what's the word? A self-righteousness from you, though. Like, you don't want to be wrong, and you don't want to have a lack of control in the situation. See the writer again. So 1 week to 1 month. This time period. And the latest, I would say February. It's still the same time period. This is an ongoing game that doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. I feel like she's in a peaceful bubble right now, but it's not I mean, it feels like it's going to shift again. There's a chance she becomes the chaser, especially if maybe you're the one in the bubble and you're like being stubborn and you're like, I'm not reaching out, I'm not reaching out, I'm not reaching out. That's good. Then she could be the one because I was saying maybe she's the masculine, you're the feminine, and she's the one reaching out to you. I'm not, my audience is 100% female. So I'm usually dealing with the feminine female asking the questions. This is a little bit different for me, but I'm still getting a week to a month. So January and also February came out. The clover, the lucky clover, it's good luck coming to you. The lucky clover is February. What did she say in the text? She was pissed and very dismissive. That is your interpretation. What did she actually say? Do you know for sure she was pissed if it was just the written word? That you are interpreting an angry sound to her voice, but maybe there wasn't anger. Maybe it was frustration. Maybe it was resignation. Maybe it was impatience. Maybe it was plain being tired of the game. She said, "Leave me alone. I'm not interested." Okay. Okay. Well, I personally had somebody say the same thing to me. They didn't say, "Leave me alone. I'm not interested." They said, "Leave me alone." They didn't say, "I'm not interested." They just said, "Leave me alone." Something like that. Anyway, and that's it. I stopped dead in my tracks. I said nothing else to that person. They haven't said anything to me in 3 years. So I figured that was it. That's it. I mean, you should try that. Just keep sticking to your guns. If it's been 3 weeks, make it 4 weeks. Just see how long it lasts. If she truly feels that way, then that's the best test is to keep going. I just feel like I don't feel like it has ended completely. I feel like there could be another cycle of back and forth, um but just but it's not going to happen if you reach out to her probably. So you were right on that. So just keep sticking to your guns. Okay. There you go. Good job. Don't be the chaser. But also, like, don't do it out of ego and stubbornness. Do it out of self-worth. Like, you deserve the best. You deserve good treatments. If somebody's saying, you know, "I'm not interested," then say, "Thank you very much," and move on with your life and take good care of yourself and make yourself, everything, like find things that make you feel good about who you are. You'll find ways to make yourself attractive and be a magnet to other people. So it's her loss, right? And whatever. So you keep going. You keep on making yourself feel like good about yourself. Keep that self-love journey going. That's another thing that these kinds of situationships do for us. It teaches us to be very independent and learn self-love. And it's a self-love journey. So keep on going. Hey, iDoob. That's right. Not stopping your life. And it's not just that. It's also you're bettering your life. You're just leveling up and being more authentically you. Figure out, maybe you learn some lessons in a situationship that you, things that you liked about it, things you didn't like about it, and what did you get out of it. Don't think of it as a waste of time. Just think of it as a lesson, a life lesson, and a part of your self-love journey. I really feel like this over someone, so I know she feels the same. See, that's different, right? When there's a connection that's kind of amazing and irresistible, it makes you think, wonder things. I get that. So, yeah. But even so, okay. So when I was learning about the twin flame relationship, the best way to know if they're a twin flame is to not chase them or do anything about it. And if they continue to chase you or follow you or connect with you or send you messages, there's something there. It's still something there. Um there so whatever it is, some kind of spiritual connection of some sort, whatever it is, it's like I just feel like for the two of you, the lesson isn't complete. There's still more to come. Okay, that part I feel is true, but I just think that think that it's like the approach has to be different. It can't be about like a power struggle and a wanting up, like I'm doing this better than you and you're doing that and I'm this and you're that, and like a superiority contest or a, you know what I mean? It's got to be about going inside yourself and doing good for you, not doing good to show off to her. You know what I mean? So do it for yourself. Is she connecting with others? Okay. Yeah, okay. You're welcome. The Hierophants. What's your sign, Craig? Are you a Taurus? Is she a Taurus? You're Gemini. She's a Virgo. Really? um, so she could be either connecting with a Taurus or she wants the traditional relationship. She wants dates. She wants hugs and kisses. She wants opening and closing doors. She wants flowers, kind words, and the physical touch, and the traditional things of love and the traditional steps of love. Maybe she knows, she may talk to her own tarot people and they're telling her, oh girl, you're in a twin flame relationship, this is really different, it's not traditional. Maybe you want to, so it's not so much that that she's got another man in her life. It's more like she's looking for a man that will provide her like a high level soulmate that will be in her life in a physical sense, in a typical physical relationship, a regular earthbound relationship, one that does the usual stuff, like the guy that will take out her trash and fix her car and just the usual things that, of the male female dynamics. Dube, are you a Pisces? Really? All right, so what a night. Oh, holy night. I was going to go on Smule and sing some songs. Or cook my spinach casserole. You're welcome, Craig. Good luck with everything. I know you're gonna do well for yourself and that you've got a high vibe. So just keep vibing high and like you said, just do you. You'll be fine. You deserve a good person in your life. And yeah. So, Dube, would you like a reading? Yeah. Let me know, Craig, if yeah, you'll keep me posted. I know you'll let me know too. It could be sooner too. It could be sooner. Just visualize, positive visualization. If you want her, positive visualization. You know, a good visual to do, like you can see her like as a speck. Okay, a speck. This is her. This is her head, and you see her way over there, and that's her head. But then you visualize her getting closer and closer and closer. Like it's a good exercise to see her coming closer, and then pretty soon her face is right there in front of you. So practice that visualization. That could help a little bit. Okay, dude. Do you have a question? I don't know if I want to use this deck. Maybe. I was shut down too, but it was due to my inaction. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what's happening next in your love life. Or I should just say, in love for you. Oh, a holiday. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. So I think the best way into this lady's heart is a vacation. Take her to Hawaii and you'll win her back in a second. That's it. Just say, come on, baby, let's go to Hawaii. Okay, I'm down. Let's sip some pina coladas. I'm there with you. Pina coladas. I think the way to her heart is pina coladas and a beach and soft music. Something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that one. Time of separation. It's been a long time of separation for you, hasn't it? But the energy is just like lighthearted, and it's hard to know what's gonna happen next, you know? It's uncertain. There's a feeling of uncertainty. But it seems like this lady, anytime she's with you, she falls in love with you all over again. Because you're her one. And there's lots of things that she holds on to, that she looks at, that reminds her of you. Oh, you're each other's twin flames. And I feel like after time that there's a very high chance that you'll have union. And union means like coming together, not just physically, but your heart, body, mind, and soul. It's like everything has to level up. Not, you can't just have one part of yourself be ready. All parts of yourself have to be ready. And so that's probably why union hasn't happened, or reunion or whatever hasn't happened to the fullest extent because there are still parts that the two of you were working on. So let's see what can happen here. I'm going to get a different deck. Actually, I'm going to use my deck that I created. I'm using all my decks. This one I made too. Since it seems like we have a twin flame situation here, then this deck kind of taps into that a little bit. At the bottom of the deck, though, we have like her not accepting your cup. So let's see if that comes out. If not, it may not. Let's keep looking. Ooh, you got the Nine of Cups. That's sweet. Look, and it's under the so it's like make a wish. This is the make a wish card. And you know, it's the position here, it's almost kind of like a position of having to convince, but I feel like the feeling is definitely mutual. It's just like the masculine, if that's you, or the wherever you see yourself. There's one person that's sort of like doing more of the convincing, but it's more of the traditional, you know, wooing somebody. And yeah, so Nine of Cups is really happy. It's wishes coming true, joy, sweet moments, satisfaction, fulfillment, pleasure, contentment, happiness, sensual pleasure, positive future, and receiving or achieving goals and treasuring moments. Let's see what else. But there's the Fool, and the Fool is nothing wrong with the Fool. It's just a journey, like starting over, or the beginning, or taking a leap of faith. But also, there's that underlying feeling like, am I being a fool? This is actually my card, you know, like I really resonate with the Fool card because it's kind of like, it's like I always see myself, if I fall down, I just get back up again, you know, but I'm not gonna not take a chance and fall down. And maybe this is something that you have to try. You know, it's like, it's hard. It's hard to take a chance, and in that chance there's always the chance of losing something or hurting yourself or falling on your face or whatever. But it's like a risk that is necessary. It's a necessary risk in order to level up. You can't reach the twin flame union if you don't level up in the Fool's journey, if you don't take a chance. Yeah, it's a strong wind. I chose the different images for this deck, and the traditional Fool card is a dude like about to jump off a cliff with his little dog next to him. And this one is a lady dealing with bad weather and taking that chance, even, like taking the trip, going the distance, even if it means, dealing with construction and uh, bad weather, you know what I mean? Like obstacles in the way, like going the distance, even with the obstacles, the, even with the unpleasant um, environment, difficult environments, or whatever, It's like better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, or better to try it than not to know, not to even try. Better to fail than to not do. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. It's true. The wind is blowing at her back, so it's actually helping her. She has this look of almost like it's pushing her too hard. And right, and it's like the wind is trying to tell her go that way. And I feel like if she just let go, then the wind would just like pick her up and make her fly. But there's a little bit of fear of that wind, of how hard it pushes against her. Look, she's your Queen of Cups. She has a lot of love to give. Lot of love to give. And she's creative and has psychic powers. And I mean, she is a total catch. Psychic gifts, compassionate, emotional connection, loving, giving, empath. This is about balancing things in moods and scrying and reflecting and poetry and motion. And she follows her heart, and she's imaginative and artistic. She loves beauty and fine arts. She's good humored and inspiring. She's a light worker and honest and fair and a dreamer. She could be a loving spouse, even. She's also a generous mother, and she's very intuitive. And it represents water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. She's a star too. But the star card is great because the star is about hope again. Again with the hope again. The Nine of Cups is the mini hope, and the star is the big hope. It's renewal and rejuvenation and dreams coming true again. Hopes and dreams and liberation and faith and purification and renewal and blessings and inspiration and healing and optimism and peace and serenity and the guiding light. This, as astrology, this represents Aquarius, and it could represent like the age of Aquarius and coming into we're really have a lot of planets going into that are in Aquarius now, and it's a lot of change in the air, and it's a lot of eccentric energy happening in the air right now. Exactly. And direction and navigation. And there, speaking of stars, there's the star. So it's like, it's part of the hope and the guidance and the direction and the navigation. Yeah. And maybe this ties into Three Kings Day, because Three Kings Day is January 6th. And it's the night where the three astrologers, not astronomers, the three astrologers follow the signs, follow the night sky to find baby Jesus. So, yeah. Little religion class here right now. Stick with me. Oh, look at that. You're getting good at cards tonight. So this is Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands means that you are her beloved. Like you're the only one in her eyes, the only one for her. You're like everything she could ever want, kind of thing. She puts you on a pedestal, or the other way around, or both, you know. This is also about awards and recognition. And it's interesting with the star card. This could be literally a famous person. She might be famous, or you might be famous. Oh, you did. You played a wise man in two different plays. I played an angel. Yeah, in my school plays, I was an angel and singing most of the time, and an angel. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, you're getting all the romantic cards. You have the Two of Wands. Okay, this is a proposal. So I think you're going to ask her to marry you. And you're going to make plans for the future together. That's what the Two of Wands represents. And it's a vision. It's kind of like a vision of the future too. It's partnerships, collaborations, courage, enthusiasm, choices, authority, power, proposal, persuasiveness. Like, see how I was saying this kind of like has a persuasive look to his face. Big dreamer, emboldened, stoic, daring, preparing decisions. This is the right moment, making plans and looking to the future. It sounds nice. It sounds very positive, I think. So let's get a Seasons of the Witch. Let's see what's happening this season until we get to Imbolc, until we get to February. Ooh, you get reindeer medicine. Journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. Ooh, this is deep. This feels very quantum. It seems like y'all are always together, you're always connected. There is no time, there's no past, present, or future. It's all one. But there is a kind of medicine that you need to take. Take your medicine. This medicine, reindeer medicine, will help with the future of things. So your medicine is this: inner strength, journey, and fighting for your dreams. Reindeer are hardy and majestic creatures. Unlike other animals, they are the only ones who keep their antlers all year long, carrying them like crowns atop their heads. They've earned the right to feel like kings, but as the saying goes, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Reindeer make long migrations every year through the harsh conditions of the tundra. That's how I feel like this fool is doing, like harsh conditions. They face challenge after challenge, yet they prevail and even make friends along the way. Reindeer are known to be openly cheery and often form relationships with humans despite the challenging conditions in which they live. Okay, here's the reindeer medicine part. Reindeer medicine asks you, what responsibilities are you willing to endure in the pursuit of your dreams? One more time. What responsibilities are you willing to endure in the pursuit of your dreams? Goals take work, even with the cosmic forces behind you, even with the wind behind you. Goals take work. You will still face challenges on your soul's path, no matter how aligned you are with spirit. Reindeer medicine has come up to here to tell you not to give up. The challenges you're facing now teach you how to be stronger and more resourceful and to find your ways to face your fears rather than running from them. Stay the course, for you are on a path towards success. You may not see now with harsh conditions in your way, but you're so close to what you seek. This message is amplified if you have also pulled the candle magic, which we didn't, but candle, if you watched my seasons of the witch, either pile 1 or 2, it's amplified because you've seen the candle magic as well. So there you have it. Yeah, it does kind of look Canadian. He looks very northernly energy. That's right. You also might like to check out the 2026 Quadrant Triumph rating as well. Thank you, Divine Goddess. Sorry, my daughter called me. You're welcome, Idoob. Hope you have a nice rest of your evening. And have a beautiful day tomorrow. And all my love to your family. And I'll talk to all of you guys later. Thank you all for being here. Stay in faith, trust, and pixie dust. Until we meet again. I'll probably go live again on Friday, most likely. Until then, see you, faith, trust, and pixie dust. Merry Christmas.